Hello friends, welcome back. And in this video in the previous video we have created our login form and the sign up form, the profile page, sorry, and we logged in the user with the cookies also. So now in this video we are going to create two things. First will be forgot password, and in this profile page one more thing we will create, which will be change password. Over here we will create a button, and from that the user can change his password from the profile page. Okay, and one more thing, if the user has forgotten his password, over here he is not able to log in, we'll create an forgot password page also, from where the user can retrieve his password, change his password. Okay, so we will open first of all our login page. Over that we will create an link. So this is our login page code. So just in the bottom, after submit, we will give a link. We will create a page called forgot.php. We'll save it and refresh. Okay, so we have got a link over here. We'll put it in center. Okay, so if the user has forgotten his password, so he can click over here and he will redirect it to a page called forgot.php. So now we are going to code the forgot.php page. So what we will do is we will just copy this sign up form and paste it here, and we will just rename it as forgot.php. Okay, now we will open this and make changes in our code. I'll remove all this code over here. In the forgot page we will use this only header, config and function 3 include. We will include 3 files, and here the page title will be in the page title to forgot password. And over here we will change the heading to forgot password. We have just just copy paste the form sign up form, and we are just making some changes on it. So first of all, let me show you what will be this will look like. Okay, it's showing a lot many errors. I think we have just copied the sign up form. Okay, no problem, we'll edit this only. We'll remove all these fields. Till here. And we'll remove this also and type in the form. So what we will need is these three head files: header, config and function file. And then we have just changed the title and close the head over here, and then style of the sign up page. We have just copied the sign up page. Okay, and this we'll put this also style, we'll use it later. And over here the code is just same. We have just given a title over here of our forgot password, and the form tag is open over here and it's closed over here. Okay, now let us check it out. Okay, first of all I will go back, and if the user clicks on forgot password, he will redirect it to forgot.php page. Now we will code the forgot password page. First of all we will open a div and then give it a class form group. I'll close the div over here, and we'll give a label, the HTML5 tag label. And first of all you will take let me explain you first what we are going to do. So the if the user has forgotten password, what we will take three fields from him, two fields basically to validate. In our database we have the first name, last name, email, password, date of birth and image. So what we will take is we will take the date of birth of the user. Okay, date of birth and the email of the user to change the password. Okay, what we will do is we will let the user enter his email and date of birth, and we will check if the email and date of birth is correct or not. If it is correct, then he will be able to change his password. Okay, so this will be our strategy. Input type will be mail, email. Okay, and class, we will give it a class which will be form control, and placeholder, enter your email, and we will give it name as email. Okay, let us check it out. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so we have taken the email from the user. We will just copy this, and now we will take the date of birth of the user. In the sign up form we have taken the date of birth of the user. Now we will use this to change the password also. We'll take over here date, and we'll give it name as DOB for date of birth, and placeholder is not required over here. Okay, we will take here email and then date of birth. Okay, now two more fields we will create, which will be new password. One field will be new password. From here the user will give his new password, and the type will be password, and here we will give the name as pass. Just copy this and paste it over here, and here we will give re-enter password, and we will give it name as C password. And on this field new password we will give placeholder will be enter your password, and over here we will give enter re-enter password. re-enter new password. Okay, then it would be okay for us. Re-enter new password, enter new password. Okay, we'll save it and refresh the browser. Okay, at the end we will add a button. Create a button. We will give it a class btn success. These are both the bootstrap classes, and the value over here we will give submit. And we'll put this button in center using the center tag. And the bottom we will add some padding. In the jumbotron we will add some padding. Over in the bottom we will add 30. Okay, now it looks good. Plus it is responsive also, because we have used the bootstrap. Mobile phone live like this and in tablet like this. Okay, now we will work on our PHP. So we have included 3 files. So here you can see the header file. In the header file we have our just remove this, the bootstrap class. Okay, and in the then we have included the config file. In the config file we have the connection of database, and in the functions file we have created 2 functions. This email exists and logged in function. We are going to use this function. That's why we have included the functions file. Okay, over here we will give this button name also. I have not given the name. We will give it as submit, and our form type is post. Form method is post. Now we'll start the PHP coding. If is set $_post submit. So if that button is clicked, the submit button is clicked, then what we will do is we will take the date of birth. First of all, you will take the mail of the user, $_post email. Here we have to give the name from which we are taking the data. So over here we have given, in the mail field we have given the name. And then over here we will take the date of birth. We will take date, and from email, date, and we will take the password $_post, and what we have given the name over here is pass. Okay, so we have used pass over here. $C password, which will be the confirm password. Okay, now what we will do is we will check whether the fields are empty or not. If $email, if empty, $email means if the user has not written given any not given any field, name email in the field, so we'll echo out a error. We'll put it in a message variable, uh, please enter your email. Okay, and over here after this we'll echo out the message over here, php echo $message. The variable we have given as msg, and we'll close the tag over here, and at the top we will create the variable. Now let us check it out whether everything is working or not. Okay, so here I will not give any mail and just click on submit. Okay, so here you can see and a message has generated that please enter your email. Okay, we'll put this message inside the div. Okay, and in the sign up page we have just created an error class. Here you can see, and what this error class does is it just changes the color of the font. So we'll use this class. Let's check it out what happens. So if the user clicks on submit and you have not given any mail, then it will echo out a message that please enter your email. Okay, now we will take date from the user, and we'll do that only. We'll check whether the date field is empty or not. Is empty, whether the date field is empty. If the date field is empty, else if the date field is empty, we will echo out the message again. Paste it. Date of birth. We'll give this variable name as msg2, and over here we'll create that variable, and we'll echo out that message after this. Oh, what? Okay, the user has given some mail and not given his date of birth, so the error has not echoed out because we have not given the proper variable. We have not changed the msg2, that's why the error didn't came. Okay, if the user has not put the date, then this message will appear, please enter your date of birth. Okay, now we'll just compute the password and confirm password, and then we'll check it out. Okay, else if empty $password, we'll echo out a message, please enter password, Okay, and same we will do with the confirm password field, re-enter password field, and the variable name above we created as C password. Over here we have created C password. The message will be please re-enter your password, and the variable name will be message 4, and over here we will create two variables 3 and 4, and we'll echo out the message at the bottom. Over here we'll just copy this, and here we will change it as third. Okay, now let us check it out whether everything is working fine or not. Okay, so here the user has given an email and date of birth. If he has not given the password, so please enter a password. Okay, now we are facing a new problem that if the user has not written any email, then the values are going. So what we will do is we'll echo out the values. Okay, so over here in the input box we will echo out the values. We will give here value php echo $email. Okay, and we will do it with the date, the date of birth, email and date of birth. Okay, and here we will create two variables, email and date. Okay, now let us check it out. Okay, if the user has not written the password, so it will show an error, and he has given the password, please re-enter password. Okay, everything is working fine. Now we will check whether the email exists or not. Okay, over here we will do it. First of all we will validate the email. Okay, so for that we will use not filter var dollar email and then comma filter validate email. Okay, and we'll echo out a message. That message we will echo out in this variable only, message variable only, because we want it to echo out just after the email field, and we'll give please enter valid email. Okay, and now we will check that whether that email exists in the database or not. So for that what we will, okay, we will check it after at the last. Okay, over here we will check it. Okay, before that we will check that the password the user has entered in the confirm password and the password is same or not. We'll check if dollar password is not equal to dollar confirm password. So we'll echo out a message, and the message will be over here it will give a message that password doesn't matches. Password doesn't match, does not match, and this message will be on re-enter password. Okay, and what we will do over here is we will echo out the values of password also. Okay, so value and php echo dollar password. Okay, now we'll just save it over here, copy it and put it in this field also, confirm password. Okay, now let us check it out. Okay, we have not created the variable of password and C password, that's why it is showing dollar password equals to and dollar C password. Okay, now let us check it out. Okay, now the user has given email, his date of birth and password, and he has given some wrong password. Password doesn't matches. Okay, so the user has to give the right password. Okay, now we will do one more thing over here. We will check the string length also of the password. Means the string length must be greater than or equal to 5. String length of dollar password must be greater than or equal to 5. We will echo out a message and password must contain at least 5 characters. Okay, now let us check it out. So it has not shown any error. Dollar password. It must be this, like that. I used a wrong symbol, that's why it showed and didn't show any error. So it has shown password must contain at least 5 characters, but why it has shown over here message 3. Okay, the message 3 will not be here, it will be after here. So the password must contain at least 5 characters. If it is 6, then what? Okay, must have at least 6 characters. less than or equal to 5. Okay, everything is fine. Now what we will do is we'll check out the email, if the email exists in the database or not. So we will do else if we have created the function which is email exists, and the function is with parameters. Okay, so over here we will add $email, and first of all we will call the function which is email underscore exists, email exist, the function name email exists, and over here we'll pass two parameters which is email and $connection. Okay, the email will be this, the parameters which are passing, which is email, and the connection is the config.php page, the connection. Okay, now let us check. Do if the email exists, what we will do is we will check whether the date of birth is right or not. Else we will echo out a message. First of all we will echo out a message over here also. The message will be just for our testing purpose we will give email found. Okay, and if the email doesn't exist, we will echo out a message that will be email does not exist, email does not exist. Okay, now let us check it out. So this email doesn't exist in our database. First of all, let me show you. So this is our database, and in which we have a table called users, and over here I don't have that email, kauravnare@gmail.com. this email I don't have. Now first of all I'll get all the fields, fill up all the fields. So here it has given an error that email does not exist. Okay, if I type this email which exists in the database, now let us check it out. Okay, the email has found, means this thing is working fine. Now what we will do is we will take the fetch out from the database the date of birth, means we will check whether the date of birth is right or not. Okay, so we will run a query. We will create a variable first, result, and what we will do is we will run a mysql query, and we will pass connection first, and then we will run the query, which is select the name of the in the field where date of birth exists is DOB. Okay, so what we will do is select date of birth from users, the table name is users, where and the email field which is mail. Okay, where mail equals to $email. Okay, so what this query is doing, it is fetching out the data of from the database where the email is equal to this email. Okay, means the email the user has entered. Okay, and it is taking out the date of birth of that user. So now we are going to fetch the date of birth, and we will create a variable retrieve and mysql, and we will give here mysqli fetch array and the variable name which is result. Okay, and over here we will create a variable of dob. Okay, and from retrieve we will take the date of birth out. Okay, and now we'll check whether the date of birth is same or not. If dollar date is equals to dollar dob, which is the retrieved from the database. If date equal to this, if it is right, then we'll echo out a message. Okay, we'll echo out a message. We will give correct date of birth. Okay, just for testing purpose. Date of birth. Okay, and if the date of birth is wrong, then we'll echo out a message that date of birth is wrong. Dollar message. Okay, and we'll give it as 2. Okay, now let us check it out whether. Okay, first of all we will give the email. Okay, and now here I will give a wrong date of birth. I've given 30 and the month January and the year 18, and this user's date of birth is 27 November 2017. Okay, now let us check it out whether it shows error or not. Date of birth is wrong. Date of birth is wrong. Okay, if we will write the right date of birth of the user, which is 27/11/2017, 27/11, the year is 17, and 11, and the date is 27. Oh. And 27. Okay, so this is the right date of this user. Now let us check it out. What correct date of birth means? This is the date of birth of the user. Okay, so this date of birth is in the format of month, date, and then the year. Okay, so, and in the database it is saved as year, then month and date. I will make a separate video for this on setting the date as in date, then month, and then year format, and I'll give you the link in the description that how to change save the date in that format. So till then, this date is now the date has retrieved the correct date. We have retrieved the correct date. Okay, we have checked, validated whether the date exists or not. Okay, and over here we will remove this equals to, because it is checking whether the is of means 6 digits or not. Okay, that's why I have to remove that. Okay, date of birth is okay. If the date of birth is correct, will not echo out any message. What we will do is, first of all, we will encrypt the password which the user has given, the new password, and we'll store it in a variable called pass md5. We'll use the md5 encryption, and what we will do is we'll now run a query. Okay, mysql query will pass first, and what we will do is we'll update the password of the user of that email. Okay, so the query we will run is update users, the table name users, set first of all we will check the field of the that password, so the field name is password. Okay, set password equals to $pass. Okay, so what this query will do is it will change the password of the user of that email, the user to the new password which is $pass. Okay, now let us check it out what does happens. If everything's work fine, we'll echo out a message. We will echo out a message. We will give it message 1. Okay, and we'll copy this and we'll echo out a message that password changed successfully. And over here we have in the sign up form we created a class called success. So basically this class does change the color of the font and change the font to bold. Okay, so we will use this class over here. Okay, now we have saved it. Now we'll move to the password forward password form, and we will give right email. Right date of birth is 2018. Oh, sorry, 17, and November and 27. Okay, and we'll give a new password. I'll give it of. Okay, I'll give 123456. Okay, 23456. Okay, now let's click on submit. No message has been echoed out, means we have done a mistake. This message we have not echoed out. First of all, over here we will create a variable. Okay, and this message we will echo out at the top of forgot password. After top for forgot password, echo $1. Okay, now let us check it out. Okay, now it has shown up a message that password changed successfully. Okay, we will give password there it is over here. Okay, now we will change the password again. Okay, now the email of the user and the password. And Password I'll give this time a little big. Okay, now click on submit. Now let us check it out. Okay, the password attached record out a message that password change successfully. Now one more thing we will do is we'll put over here a message that go back to sign up page. This was coming, we will put it in center. This message we will put it in center. Okay, and after the submit button we will here we'll give a link to go back to the login page. And what will over here is password login page, and we'll give us go back. You can give any name, I'm just giving go back or back. Okay, give it to the back. Password change successfully, just click on back. Okay, and bottom we will give it as BR. Okay, because the user has changed the password successfully, he'll just click on back. Okay, now the user has changed this password is successfully of the Gaurav user. This user we have changed the password, and I've just changed the password. Now let us check whether this works or not. Click on login. Yes, we have successfully changed the user password. Yes, this was working great. Now one more thing we will do is, so this by this method we have just changed the password if the user has not logged in. From here he can change the password. Okay, now what we will do is, if the user has changed the password, if he have to change the password after going to the profile, so how can he change it? So we are going to change it after user login also. So we'll create a button over here. Okay, now we'll go there and we'll make a button. Go to the profile page. So this is our profile page, and over here this is the button of logout. Where it is? Okay, I got it. So this is our logout button, which redirect the user to the logout. Okay, I'll explain you. We have just copied the logout button code, and we have pasted it, and now we will give it as the name as change password. I think over here BR tag we will not need it. And we'll change the link to change password. Okay, we'll create this page also, change password page, and the bootstrap class will be btn outline primary. Okay, now let us check this out. This code we have changed in the when the user has logged in through cookies. Okay, now in the session what we will paste the code with the session also, same code with the session over here. Okay, so here you can see the button. We'll put the button over the left side, so the float will be over here left. Okay, now here the button you can see is of change password. If the user click on this button, he is redirected to a new page which is change password.php. So now we are going to create the change password.php file. We'll just copy the profile page and paste it over here, and we'll just rename it as change password, change password.php. Okay, now what we will do is we'll open that change password.php and we will erase the code till this part. The PHP code, we will erase the PHP code, and this code also, that login user with session, this code also we will erase. Okay, so only this much code we need from the change that profile page. So first of all, I'll just save it and show you what we have done. The user clicks on change password, he is redirected to this page. Okay, now we will erase this code also of welcome and all that code. Only this container will remain in the body, rather than everything will be erased. Okay, nothing is present. User clicks on change password, he is redirected to a blank page. Okay, now what we will do is we'll going to create the form. Use the form tag, close the form tag, use method post, we will use the bootstrap class, which is div class form group. Close the div over here. Before this post form tag, we will give a heading, change password, and over here we'll give a line center. We'll save it out, check what happens. Okay, it looks good. What we will do is we will put it we will give padding top in the container 250. Okay, and we will create input field. Input type will be password. Okay, here you will take the password, give it as pass, name pass, placeholder, enter new password. Okay, and class, the bootstrap class which we are going to use is form control. We will just copy this and save it over here, and we will change the name to C password, and placeholder will be re-enter new password, and we'll give a label re-enter password. Just save this field, save it, copy it, and we will give over here enter new password. Okay, now here what we will do is we will put it in a div. Rather than putting it in a div, what we will do is we will put it in the bootstrap class, which is div class call md4 and offset md4. Let's check it out. Okay, now it is in center. Here we will give it PR tag, and after re-enter password we will give a button. Submit button, and class will be btn success. Name will be submit. Put this button in center. And after this we will close the div which we have just created of this. Now we will go to the page and refresh. Okay, this looks okay. Now button, I've put it in center. Okay, now we will use create a custom class. It is not a bootstrap class. We are just creating it to design our and we'll close the div over here. And now we will code our box, put this styling on our box. First of all, let me show you that it has done nothing. Okay, now what we will do is we will put it in a, we have put it in a class. Now we'll apply a border, solid gray. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this box class we will put it after the column. This after this we will put it after that div we will put it. Okay, now it is okay. Now what we will do is we will apply some padding 20 pixels, border radius 5 pixels, box shadow 3 pixel, 3 pixel gray, and the background color we will give, you can give any color. I am just giving light yellow. Now let us check this out. Okay, now it looks good. The background color you can change according to you. Okay, I have just given a random color. Okay, now we will start coding the PHP code. We will not use this session also. Okay, we will work with session also afterwards. Okay, now we will work up with our PHP code. If is set if is set post, we will create a variable password dollar underscore post, and here we will give the name. The name here you have given name pass, and here cpass. Okay, I'll just copy this. Okay, now we will check if empty dollar password. If the password field is empty, we'll echo out a message. We will copy that class from that login page. Class will be error. The error will be please enter new password. Okay, same thing we will do with the confirm password. Okay, now this will be 2. Now we will create the variables. And we'll echo out the errors. We will echo out the error message. And over here you can see that I have used a class of error. So in the login page we have created the class of error. Now what we will do is we will just copy this error class. No, we will go to the sign up page and we will copy these two classes, which is error and the sign up and the success class, and we'll copy it in our style. And we have not changed the page title. We will change the page title to change password. Okay, now let us check it out. Everything is working fine or not. It has shown an error on line number 14. What is else? Here we will use else if. Still an error. Okay. Over here we have not used the semicolon. If the user has not written any password, the message will be generated. Please enter new password. Okay, now we will check if the user's password is same or not. If $password is not equal to $C password, we will echo out an error. In message 2 we will echo out error that password is not same. And one more thing we will do is we will also check the string length also. If the string length of the password is not equal to 5, then we'll echo out a message. We'll echo out a message that password must have at least 5 characters. Okay. So here we have checked that the password is correct or not. Same is not same or not. After that, what we will do is we will put this in an else, and we will give that we will update the password mysql using we'll run a query, pass the connection, and what we will do is $connection, and we will run the query update users. The query will be update users, set password equals to $password, and if this query runs successfully, we'll echo out a message. Put it in the class success. Class success password changed successfully. Now let us check this out. It has shown an error on line number 30 because we have not used the semicolon. So the user has wrote some new password. Clicks on submit. Okay, we have not created the variable message1 $C1. We will record the message over here. We will type a new password. Still it has not shown a message. Okay, the message variable is msg1. The short mistakes. Password change successfully. password change successfully. We will put this it in center. If you remember that I have entered one thing we have done wrong. We have not encrypted the password. Password encryption is necessary. Okay. Dollar pass variable. We will give it as pass. And over here we will use the MD5 encryption to the password. Okay, now everything will work fine. I wrote a big password while logging in. Now I'm going to change it into a 5-character password. So it shows that password changed successfully. One more thing, here is no button that if the user has to go back to the profile page. So we'll create a button also over here. In the container only we're going to create a button. We will give it a link of profile.php page. Create a button to go back. Class btn outline danger, and over here we will click give a button name back. Let us check this out. Okay, here we can see the button, but we want it on the right side. So over here we will give the style float right. Let us check this out. Okay, this is at the right side, and if the user clicks on back, he can go to the previous page. Okay, now one more thing we have left with is here we have changed the password, but we have not specified of which user we are changing the password. Okay, so for that what we will do is we will in that profile page where we have given the link, change password link. In the profile, first of all we will go to the profile page, and in the mysql query we will take one more thing out from fetch. One more thing, we will fetch that ID of that user which we have created, this email user of the user. We will fetch the ID of the user also from the database. This is our database. We have a field called ID also. We will fetch the ID also this time. I'll explain you why we are fetching out the ID also. Okay, we have fetched the ID also. Okay. And over here, change password. What we will do is we will create a variable over here. After giving a question mark, we can create a variable, and we will give a ID variable name as ID, and we will give as php echo dollar ID. Okay, php echo dollar ID. Okay, and over here we will create a variable dollar ID dollar retrieve from ID. Okay, now we'll copy this code. I think over here we have a short error. What is that error? Style float. Okay, we'll check it out later. Yes, we do have error because the color has changed. This is the profile page. We will copy this thing. The dual quotes. I think we will use this. No, still we have an error. What might be the error? Change password. We have created a variable and then PHP echo $ID. Over here everything is working fine, but what is happening after this? Okay, we'll check this out. If it makes any error, then we'll check it out. Just copy this and we'll paste it over here. And over here also we will fetch ID when the user is logged in to the session. $retrieve ID. We will know what error we have because we have an error. Okay, so the error is on line number 37. Line number 37 is this, and what is the error? It is showing unexpected bracket. Line number 37. This PHP of tag we have used wrong, that's why it was showing an error. Okay, the same problem over here also. And small mistakes. Okay, if the user now clicks on change password, so here you can see an ID which has a variable 23. Okay, now what you will do is this variable is taken out from the get method. Okay, so what we will do is, first of all we will take the variable. It's not in the profile page, we will work in the change password page. Now what we will do is we will create a mail variable $email, and we will do this as get. The method is get, and we will take the variable which we have taken from the address, which is ID. Okay, now what we will do is we will update the password of the user. Okay, now what we will do is, forgot. the query, what we will do in the query is update users set password where email equals to dollar mail, the mail of that user. No, we will where id, okay, we will where id equals to dollar id, sorry, dollar, okay, dollar id, will give it as dollar id, okay, dollar id, okay. We have created a variable called dollar id and we have taken the value, this, okay. What I will do is I will echo out dollar id over here so that it would be comfortable for you to understand what actually we are doing. Okay, now if the user clicks on change password, okay, we'll work with the error afterwards. Okay, so it has taken the id which is 23. So if in the database we check if the user this user has logged in gaurav123@gmail.com and his id is 23, okay. So here we have the id 23, okay. Now it has shown an error on line number 23, and what the error is, what undefined index c pass, line number 23, oh sorry, line number 12. What is the error over here? Undefined index c pass. Why it is showing such error? We will check that thing later. On line number 11 means something is taking out some problem. Okay, we will check it later. Okay, we have taken the id. We will remove session start from here. Okay, we have the id of the user, and we have changed the query update user set password dollar pass where id is equals to dollar id, okay. And I think everything is now fine. Of this error, we will work on this error. Now it is showing on line number 10. What is the okay, over here I have used the open curly bracket, that's why it was saying an error, I think so. Unexpected on line number 32. Now let us check this out. Still on line number 9 it's showing an error. Okay, over here we will need this thing. Yes, now everything is fine, okay. Now I will completely show you again everything, okay. Now I'll log in any user. I will log in this user which is exists in my database anas@gmail.com and his password and click on login. And now I will click on change password. And here you can see the ID, which is 25, and the user ID is 25. Okay. Now I will just give a new password to this user. Click on submit. So it has shown a message that password changed successfully. I will now click on back. I will log out and then try to log in again. With the new password. Oh yes, the password has changed successfully. Now one more thing we will have to do is, from here the user can easily go to the change password page. So from here, from the link, the user can easily go to the change password page, but we don't want the user to go to the change password page. So what we will do is, at the top we will check whether the email exists or not, whether this ID has a value or not. Okay, so for that we will do if is set $id. Okay, then what we will do is we will let this code to run. Okay, and if else, if the that doesn't exist, php else. Okay, in else what we will do is we will add, we'll close the curly bracket of the if, and then we will, in the else what we will do is else we will create header location to login.php page. Okay, now let us check it out. Means if the ID doesn't have any value, then the user will not be able to go to this page. Okay, now the user, if the user tries to go to this page, so he is not able to go to that page. But if the user is logged in, wait a minute, let me log in with the cookies and check whether everything is working fine with cookies also or not. Now just click on change password. So if the user has logged in and has an ID, that's why he is able to come to this page. I'll change the password. Click on submit. Password changed successfully. Go back. In the logout, I think we have not used a br tag over here. That's why the image is going. Okay, in the profile page, what we will do is we will use the br tag. Okay, that's it guys. We have successfully created the forgot password also and changed password also. So thank you guys for watching this video. Do like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and just click on the bell icon to get notified for my next video, which will be the 6th part. In that part we are going to create the admin panel. So see you in the next